So yes, and then I had to say that today's conversation is going to be very interesting. Yes, and I have very interesting people as our guests in the studio as well. They are going to help us have this particular discussion. The role of blogging in show business. Yes, and I have an award-winning blogger and content creator, SammyKay. He's here in the studio, and also a blogger, a publicist, writer, singer as well. Kojo Kinn is also here in the studios. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Welcome. You know, these people, they always hide behind their...
And they're always
Yeah.
asking the questions.
Yes.
And today we get to ask the
Yes,
questions.
we get to ask them the
That's
questions.
all the questions that people
Yes.
have for
No,
them. Yeah.
to help us understand the role of blogging in show business, we cannot start without asking what is blogging, and especially when it comes to journalism or journalist and blogger. What are the difference between a blogger and a journalist? But first, start with what blogging is.
Okay, so good afternoon to your viewers, your beautiful, wonderful viewers. Blogging was coined out of the name blog. So if you have a blog, then you're a blogger. Now, so a blog is a form of a website. So a website, the original meaning of a blog or doing blogging is giving an opinion, being it politics, entertainment, and all that. And Ghana, what started it is entertainment. So it's made the bloggers dominate in terms of entertainment. But now, you know, we are moving into social stuff, politics, and all that. So we are doing even and more of we are known for entertainment, but we are moving into social politics and all that. Okay. Now, so back to your question. Who is a blogger is what I've said, and it was coined out of the word blog. So it's a form of a website. Now, the difference between a blogger
and a
journalist. I, for instance, was fortunate to start from a radio, a Peace FM. That's where I started. So going to cover events, I realized people were posting after on social media and all that. So I started, and that is how. So I didn't have a journalism background. Okay. But starting it, I decided to further on and went to GIG to get that. So I learned on the job. So I mean, if you are writing on blogs, definitely you are writing. And now it has graduated from just giving out your opinion to disseminating news. Now, to disseminate news, who does that? A journalist. Yeah. So it means you need to know the ethics, and that is why I found it very important to upgrade myself. And then
I'm glad you mentioned ethics. We'll come to that.
I mean, so you can't just do blogging without applying the ethics. Otherwise, you always fault and
true.
People will bash you and all that. So the difference between a blogger and a journalist is just a thin line. I think blogging started from we expressing our opinion, but now it has graduated. So now you check some of even the journalists are even doing blogging.
Yeah.
And then so it's just
intertwined.
Now, Kojo Kinn, what would you say the role of blogging is in show business?
Okay, so where my brother ended, that it has graduated from just sharing your opinion to sharing information. And so when we come into our space, that is entertainment, we have to project whatever that is happening in our space. So like you have your music, you have your materials, and you want to connect to people. And fortunately, blogging is done on the website. So we are not connecting only within our space, but we are connecting you to the world. So the role is very important and very critical because we are sharing information out there, projecting whatever we have from culture, talent, and everything. So it's very important. And if you share information that is not so good or that is going to hurt your industry, that is very, very problematic. That is why blogging has been a very critical part of the industry that we all need to pay attention to. That everybody who finds him or herself in that space should know that there is a lot of task on you, because whatever you are posting out there will go a long way to benefit or harm the industry within which you operate. So it's very critical.
I'm so glad that you brought this up, and there's been a lot of misinformation and fake news going on, especially even with Christian Achu's case. This
Exactly.
one saying that, okay, he's been found. Some are saying that he's not been found. And we still do not know exactly what is the case with Christian Achu. And all this came about because of bloggers. They are disseminating information. And some of them are not accurate. Why do bloggers, they are fond of that? Why do bloggers go ahead to bring out fake news or sometimes misinformation, or let's say half-truths? Let me start with you, SammyKay.
Okay, so I come from the background, like I said, radio. So I had this connection with the industry players. When I talk about the industry players, the industry stakeholders, the musicians, the producers, and all that. So when I hear something like that, or there is a news that is out, I get, if it's Shatawale, I call Shatawale or the manager, and then I inquire, what is going on? Is it true? So, for instance, you mentioned Christian Achu.
Yeah.
You see, for Christian Achu, the way the thing is, okay, let me start from this angle.
Yeah.
There are different types of bloggers.
Bloggers.
There are vloggers, there are Facebookers, there are, but we all put them in one pool and say, we are all bloggers.
Okay,
That
okay.
is the difference. Now, some people don't have the time or don't even know the ethics of confirming the news before even putting it out. Once he has heard that Christian Achu is under the rubble, he will just put it out there. Okay. He doesn't even know what is rubble. He doesn't even know what is where. So in that case, those people, we don't need to put them in that pool, but it affects all of them, all of us, and that is the problem. Because you won't find myself doing that. You won't find Zion Felix doing that. You won't find Ngogon Sanjay, the rest, the top ones. You won't find us because we apply the ethics. But when I hear news like that, I go to CNN, I go to Sky News to check.
You verify from
How then do we differentiate between the real bloggers and those that are just
Inquiry
Facebookers or Twitters?
I'll urge you, the viewers, and then the readers to know. Because if you hear a news, and then it is, sometimes where it is coming from, if like it's just like a lady being run by a guy. Depends on who is running you.
Yeah.
And then the things he say, or you look at his history, the our catch up, or what he has done before, what he has said before. Does he live up to his words? So Peace FM, example, has built a brand. Let me know even Metro TV has built a brand such that they confirm stories before they put it out. So in that case, if you hear a story from a story and then you ask, where is it coming from? As soon as they mention Metro, because that brand, you know that they don't just
their
do that.
reputation. Yeah.
Sometimes, yes, we all do mistakes that you may see it and confirm, but it turns out negative sometimes. Yeah, we all go through. And then you apologize and move on. But some people, no. So my problem, we don't need to put all of us in the pool.
Okay.
Well, there are people, they are just doing Facebook. They go live and then people call them bloggers. They are not bloggers. That is the problem we are facing.
Now, when it comes to setting the agenda or setting the trend, that one day is true. You do that, right?
Example.
Per certain communique or certain things about, let's say, celebrities. We are in the entertainment industry. Even Moisha's case, let's take Moisha's case. Bloggers were the ones that I would say that propelled her to fame because they were constantly talking about her butt, surgery and all that. And so, yes, you agree that bloggers set the agenda?
Not entirely.
Not entirely. But most
sometimes the bloggers are part of the stakeholders.
Yes.
But even sometimes the musicians, I've had calls from musicians, popular musicians, that they will tell you, Charlie, I can't release songs. I go fit can make we talk about.
Exactly. Because they
plan
know the
something.
importance of bloggers.
He brought it.
Yeah.
And then, so whose fault? We are in the pool. Why do you separate us?
Okay, so let's talk about the clickbait.
Okay.
Which is very worrying. Especially, you see that there's a story. The way you coin your headlines, you go and read and it
has
doesn't
nothing
like
to
it
do
doesn't-
with
That's
that.
nothing to do with it. I mean, that's
and
all
you're
of
like,
it.
As well,
and I see that a lot. That one you cannot deny that bloggers don't do that.
So it goes back to what I explained further earlier, that they've put all of us in a pool. Not all of us are doing that. I mean, yes, a headline is supposed to summarize
Summarize
whole-
everything.
Yeah.
And you should have at least, is it 7 something? I've forgotten. I mean, you can't have a headline long like a story. So you should summarize. But it doesn't mean that you should put... Where I have a problem is when the headline has nothing to do with the story.
Okay.
But sometimes the person is trying to summarize it, and those are the people who don't know the ethics and all that. Now, if you have a story that is in... if you have a headline, that the story... You read the story and then it doesn't go with the headline. It means the person... I don't think... It's just like saying, okay, where did you hear the story? It came from... so I don't want to
Yeah,
denigrate
I know,
any
understand.
brand. But like the example I gave,
Yeah.
I don't think Metro TV
We'll do that. Yeah.
will put up a story or write a story with the headline and the headline doesn't know. And that is why even now video blogging has become, or let me say vlogging has become very popular. How it started is to show evidence that's okay, it is true. Because sometimes you put up a story, the headline goes like like video, then full stop, apostrophe, and the headline
full stop,
continues. So how we realized okay, people are more interested in the video where is the video?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you forget to even add the video, where is attach the video?
the
Where's the
last
video?
bit,
Where's the video? So we realized okay, they are more interested in the video. So then let's add it. Now it doesn't mean that if what the person you want the person to say something and the person didn't say it, you use that headline to. I don't agree with that. So there are some couple of people who are doing that for, and it's affecting all of that. And that is where I think the Bloggers Association, we are trying to put up something like that.
That association. Okay.
Bless you.
Yeah, I mean, I was coming to Kojo. Do you think that generally the Ghanaian entertainment space or creatives, and even those of us who consume your content, we've come to understand what blogging is and what it should be like? Or you think that Ghanaians have our own perception of what blogging should be like, and you're also doing what you think is the right thing?
Okay, let me take my brother's case. He said he was with the traditional media and he learnt on the job. Yeah. So definitely you may have committed some blunders before you get to know some of the right things. Yes, there is a perception out there that Ghanaians think blogging is all about negativity. But
Thank you.
They are doing a lot of good work out there that they see that there are many creatives or talent who confess that, no, it is true a certain blogger or it is true this person that made me known out there. But the perception is out there because of that negative tag.
But that one too is true.
It's true.
Oh,
But
yes.
and
There's-
it's,
That's negative.
and it's
tag.
because you
There's
do
the
it.
truth. And even he was mentioning about the new ones, those who don't know about what it is. People think when they see SammyKay driving in a car, they see now Zion Felix is a rich man through blogging. So let me also go there. It is lucrative. And it doesn't cost to own a blog. It is so easy.
You just need to have a phone now.
Exactly. When you have your phone and you are good to go. Unlike the traditional media that news has to be
It goes through a
scrutinized.
process.
Exactly. Before it comes on air. You have your phone, you have your blog, you are free to go. Nobody checks you. So, and it's very fast. So they in their quest to break news and all of that, you see them misinforming the people. And with the clickbait, yes, he has to give a caption that will strike you to come
And I can say that Sammy is very good with that.
Yeah.
Striking captions.
Yes, captions.
Like,
They more
let me
zing.
give you one.
But she's not talking,
Let me
she's
give
not talking
you
about
one.
negative.
Not a negative one, like a hardcore caption. Osei Kwame despite storms a friend's house for a birthday or a warm something party.
But what is...
No, you say storm. When you use storm,
like
you see, I'm trying to, because Osei Kwame despite Oforisapon storms millionaire's friend's house for a warm, the rest is day. Storm. We know despite is a very calm, laid back man. He doesn't really, even wants to be in the public's eye. If you say despite storms, if
Figurative.
feel free to correct
That's
me.
figurative.
If you say Shatawale stormed Tadi Invasion concert, Stonebwoy stormed Afro Future, then Afro Chella, it's understandable. But if you say despite storm, I would say, bro,
What did Stonebwoy go to do at Afrochilla to perform?
yes.
What did Despite go to do?
He's just going to a friend, and you said even
Perform
warm.
It's not giddy giddy.
No, you said
Like-
a warm up ceremony or
No,
something.
you see,
I'm trying
sometimes headlines are to play with your mind.
to.
Sometimes, and then to make sure you get interest in the story. So if I just write Osei Kwame Despite visit, Charlie, it be normal.
So the storming is.
I mean, I hate diplomatic headlines.
Okay.
It doesn't mean I should use headlines that are not factual.
Okay.
So it should be
Okay.
factual, but
Okay.
I like the. It should. Once
So,
you get
Oja, boom.
it,
And that is a good thing because you can write a beautiful story, but your caption wouldn't attract anybody to read.
Anyone.
You have to be creative with your captions. The problem is don't misinform, don't
Yeah.
deceive
Yeah.
with your caption, and we come and read, and nothing, the story doesn't correlate with the headline.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a problem. But to coin out a creative
Use those big words.
is very good.
One of the stories that he actually posted and the caption really got me to watch was about a white woman who could speak Ga 100%.
Okay.
The caption, when I saw
What was the caption?
you said, met the white lady who speaks 100% Ga, says it's better to make a living in Ghana than Canada.
Which is factual.
It's factual and an interesting one, a very sweet one in my ears.
Sweet, eh? Like
Yes,
Nana,
but if I
these
see
ones,
captions
I wouldn't
like
even call them clickbait.
and if I see
Yeah.
captions like I
So
select
yes.
what my wife's I select what my wife.
So there's this
Let's
one.
talk about
Anaya, with these ones,
So-
I won't even call them clickbait. There's this particular website. I don't want any
don't to
suit
give
that I
the
say
person
they
a shout out.
and I don't want somebody to come and say, no, I'm defaming them. And so I
Okay.
won't mention their name. But I wish I could say, but off air, I will tell you about
Should I
them.
But summarize it.
Some of
How
them,
bad
some
is
of
it?
it's very bad, very, very bad. And sometimes when you go through the comments, people are just insulting them.
Is it a popular website?
Yes, very popular.
Okay. I know. I know.
Ah,
I know.
are you in this?
I know. A
But
popular,
you see,
I know.
Telepathy.
I want to address this
Perception.
Yeah.
this negativity
Yeah.
about bloggers. Like, I have a problem with that. And the reason why I have a problem is, what do you do? I'm a blogger. You people way they tarnish people in my image. No.
No. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned, I'll start from this. You
Moesha.
mentioned Moesha.
Yeah.
How did Moesha come up? What did she project? She came as an actress, photo model, and then the ass came up. We all know sexual stories sell.
Sell.
Yeah.
Thank
Now,
you.
you sat with Christiana Mampo, and then you made, I don't want to repeat what.
Yeah.
everybody
Yes,
knows.
we all,
made your
we all
comments.
remember.
Why would it trend itself?
I think she has commented about this before, saying that some of the things she said was
Yeah,
twisted.
she made an interview with me.
Exactly.
It's the same
You
thing.
see, so I like going there.
So
did you
we
tweet-
didn't- I want you to understand. We didn't say it. We didn't put that word.
Because
the
you
word
chose to
But she
focus
said-
on that.
but she said
you
her
chose to
words
focus
were
on that.
twisted.
No, but if I do you an interview, I choose to.
Highlight the
but-
one
okay.
that will give
I
you
feel will give me the
numbers,
buzz.
the buzz.
So
yeah.
once if I ask you, you have the right to say I don't want to
Answer it.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, SammyKay.
Okay.
So that brings me to my next question. Okay, so bloggers do interviews, right? They
Yeah,
do.
they do.
So you are complaining that there's negativity about bloggers and you don't like it. I think that you people are to blame. You need to take the blame for that.
Why?
Because sometimes even your interviews, the kind of questions you ask, they don't really put a positive outlook out there. You get somebody to interview and you ask questions like, and
into over
Oshedros, like, you know,
Who asked that?
Your part.
Who did
SammyKay,
that?
your part.
Your
part.
Bring everything.
But I also want to understand that. No, I want to understand from this way. What is the target audience for you? So let's talk about you as brands, as
Even if
SammyKay.
it's the local people, still.
No, but if it sells for them,
It's a mass market.
For me,
Thank you.
but you see, I want to say something about this negative. I didn't land it, then you
Okay,
came
sorry.
with the question.
I apologize.
So I want to ask, what is a story? And then stories have branches.
Yeah.
Stories can be negative, stories can be positive. Now, an example. Stonebwoy pulled a gun on stage. He was smart enough when he went to the Breakfast Club. He was asked. They asked though.
Yeah.
If I asked, you say I'm asking negative.
No.
I remember I said
No,
I said
I'm
this.
not done. Let me get down. Let me get down. Now, Stonebwoy was asked and he
Summarized.
missed it.
Yeah.
Scaffold.
Yeah.
Scaffold. And he went away. But someone who knew what really happened, that Stonebwoy did this. Didn't it happen?
It happened.
It did.
Isn't it
happened.
factual?
It's factual.
Isn't
It's
it
factual.
negative?
It's negative.
To affect Stonebwoy's brand?
Yeah.
Does it mean I, the blogger, shouldn't publish it? I don't get it. So when I have a problem, when it becomes negative, such that, okay, it is not true. He didn't pull a gun, and then I have written.
Okay.
That is where I have
That's
to.
where the
Okay.
lie comes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for
When
me,
it's negative,
for
you
me,
have
if
to
it's
talk
negative and it is factual,
Kojo Kinn, so that means that we can say that the consumers of the news are to be blamed as well because they love negative news.
I was coming there. So let's
Is that the case?
Yes, that is what is out there. When in fact you are asking bloggers, this is our defense, that the people love negative.
I like that.
Because when you post a positive news or something that society seems positive, you will see less reactions. But post something negative up. Let me say I saw you somewhere kissing somebody's husband.
Yeah.
People will react to that news.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the blogger will feel like, okay, I also need content. This is the job that I do. So if I post news like this and I'm going to get the reaction, then I'm going to give more energy to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is where that assertion is coming from. That people love negativity. What we are calling about is for us to see that, okay, can we deliberately reduce some of these news?
Thank you.
People say that the journalists are not moral police. They are reporting.
Yeah.
So when it's a fact, they should put it out there. When I see you doing something bad and there is a fact to it, I have to put it as it is.
Yeah.
I'm not the one to determine whether this is good or bad.
Yeah.
But I can decide personally that, okay, I saw you kissing somebody's husband.
Yeah.
If the news comes out, it can tarnish your image. It can affect your brand.
Yeah.
So let it slide.
Okay.
That will be my discretion.
Yeah.
So I think that is what we have to
Try and work out.
out around it.
Yeah.
And also as a plea that yes, in as much as we have all the right to put whatever news professionally when it's a fact, we also have to consider the repercussions or the harms that it can cause to the respective individuals and the society at large. Because someone will make a case. I do get closer to most of the artists, and it's like, okay, I released a song. You bloggers, you never picked it. I went to the orphanage. You never picked it.
Yeah.
But when you hear that I've slapped somebody, you pick it willingly. How do we place this one too? Because the other one you didn't pick it.
Yeah.
Because you think this one will give you more traction. The other one wouldn't probably sell. So it is a
A
two-way.
50-50 thing. But you
Exactly.
see,
Yeah.
all the things that I really wanted to ask, I'm going to put it aside and take what you said and let's talk about that. Oh yeah, I had things for this. But then coming to what you said, you see, in Ghana, we have our own traditional media. The normal radio, TV stations,
Sure.
a newspaper, so on and so forth. To me, I see it as bloggers started, or when blogging started in Ghana, most of the things that certain bloggers thrived on was negative publicity. to get the numbers to their page for people to get. A few people were not doing that. When I was coming up, I started as a blogger. I had my page. At that time, it was Kokonsa Police.
Okay.
The name and what you see there was different. Then after, I think in Kokonsa, but then the first blogger we all had was Ameya Odebra. Most of the bloggers who started in Ghana started with the whole negative publicity. So when we got the professionals like yourself, this guy Zion, and the other ones,
GH Kweku.
it felt like it became difficult for you guys to actually try and get your image back, because the negative ones that have been published in these blogs. Now, if I'm home and you have fed me negativity, and I MP way no new way call her and away. When you come back later and they are telling me this MP went to do this, honestly, the interest in that news will be lesser than the negative
because
one.
You fed me negativity.
Fault would you blame? Would you blame us, the consumers, rejecting the ones that you are trying to polish and give us, or the ones that you started and it's stuck in our mind?
Who do you want to?
You can take it. I want
Sammy,
you to
take this one.
No,
we
you
want
see,
you to take this one.
You people should take time. And the reason why you should take time is we are business people.
Yeah.
If you are selling tomatoes, you started with tomatoes.
Yeah.
And then you realize that okay, you added onion. You decided to add onion. You realize okay, the onion is going. What do?
You switch.
Okay, you have even decided to switch. So it means you
Yeah.
are saying you stop selling the tomatoes and sell
switch.
onion. I haven't switched.
Okay.
Or we haven't switched. What we do is we are doing both together.
Okay.
Now, the both that we are doing together, people are still buying, are interested in the onion. Onion. And then the onion has covered up the selling of the tomato that you started.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
That is the problem now.
Now, let me use a Equiapian Polo. He started with twerking.
The vixen and those things, yeah.
Now, post the Equiapian Polo twerking. In 30 minutes, you can get more than thousands of views. Post the same Equiapian Polo preaching.
Wearing jalabia and maybe preaching.
And see the views.
The reactions
Yeah,
that were
reaction.
As a
coming.
business person,
Yeah.
even you say you switch.
Yeah.
Now, why are you blaming me?
Okay, so now.
So in that case, who do you blame? You blame the people who are buying because they have made you change.
But what if
And why do you
I'm
change
just
your
a
winning
little?
strategy?
I'm just a little out of the bunch.
Okay.
I'm just like my perception is, I'm going to maybe switch. Sam is going to go with the tomatoes. So how do you make the tomatoes look creative?
So
interesting.
If you keep buying the tomatoes and they are not buying what they are not taking it out. It will rot.
Yeah.
But
So you balance that. So we are trying to
but
balance.
now we trying to say that.
No, I was just trying to come in based on what you said. But then,
But you can decorate the tomato, preserve it, and
Into
1
year and
yes.
it's-
Continue to feed.
but
When you fed us
honestly,
with the
but-
negative news and we loved it, continue to feed us with the
It doesn't
positive
mean we are.
news.
Let me say, Shatawale wins an award. I post. Shatawale remove his sauce in the pool. I post. This one is going. This one will cover up.
yeah.
Recent Kobiche is around doing go there with Kobiche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing amazing with it. Let him post one negative story to cover up. Recently, I posted. I interviewed a physically challenged person, and he needed a deep freezer. People came in, money and all that. We do positive stories.
Oh yeah, we are not
We
saying
do.
you don't do it. But then, before we go on break, let me ask you: would we ever have a time where blogging could maybe take over traditional media, or whatever we do, we'll still have the traditional media in our space?
What I think the traditional media has tried to be very smart. So I don't think it will get there. And let me explain. When they realized social media was taking over, first we were relying on social media.
Yeah.
Now they are relying on us mostly.
Yeah.
So it's 60-40 now, or 70-30 now. Now they have all joined us.
Yeah.
Every traditional media has a social media department.
Yes.
I mean, they are even more than the journalists now.
Yeah.
So I don't think we can take
There will ever be a
over.
takeover.
Yeah.
We are just here to compliment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the new media.
Because even the old people, when they hear it from us and they don't hear it from the likes of Metro, Peace FM and all that, UTV and all that, they don't think it's true.
Yeah,
until
that's
they,
true.
Yeah,
They
so
get it,
we are
yeah.
just.
But
they'll still rely on
this is getting very interesting. We need a part 2, and Sammy and Kojo will be here again next week for us to continue this particular conversation.
Let me just before we wrap it up. I mean, also we must commend you guys. I think that there are some artists that have come up from some of your posts. That lots of
camps,
people got to know hit songs from your relationship with these artists, and you put out there. Tell us about the association. Could you be part of the association?
No, I'm not part of it.
Which are you
I heard you go. Yeah. You wanted to put,
we are now.
you are now putting.
Okay.
So you are trying to sanitize your space. That long time.
That's why I said we had a football gala, LWAC, and we had
At that time,
we had a bloggers association coming to play the football.
that one was played at
Maybe
LWAC.
they tried to name it Bloggers Association, but
I saw some of
we
your
are
people
putting
there.
it
No, but it wasn't. I don't think it's official
Yes.
yet.
Please, let's not
we are-
forget
it's not-
Metro Love. Let's not forget Metro Love.
Yeah, we'll do it.
And they are going to come
The
back here
interest-
again.
The
Sammy,
conversation is getting interesting.
yes, but
that's why.
they will come back here again.
I
Sammy,
mean, your check is big, so I'll come back. Don't
yes, Kojo, you're also coming here next week, right? We'll definitely continue with this
worry. And
conversation.
I love your studio.
Yes.
Thank you
you.
very
You're
much.
welcome.
The conversation, when we come back next week, let's target on how convincing or lucrative it is for you.
Yeah.
How you have been able to leverage social
making
media.
money.
Yeah,
They're
and
making
to your,
money.
oh, I know.
Yeah,
from,
he
as for
will
Sammy
show
there,
us.
Sammy
They
there,
need to
yes.
show us
You
how they
have
make
to-
the money.
you
We
have
all
to
want to
share.
be parts now.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Kojo Kinn has a
trust-
new song out though. Kojo, tell us
We'll
about
play-
that in a few
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah, yeah.
In a few seconds.
Okay,
Freestyle.
all right.
Oh no, we'll play it at the end of the show.
They'll
We
play,
will.
yeah.
So
Okay, so last time I came here, I think I informed you that I'm releasing my first ever commercial single.
Wow.
And it's out, titled Be Kind. And ever since it dropped, I've received massive love and support from the media. And it's so encouraging. So my music is out. Kojo Kinn, the video is also on YouTube and all the digital streaming platforms. So when you go there, type Kojo Kinn, Be Kind, and you listen to my song.
Okay. I guess that'll be it. Thank you very
Yes.
much, gentlemen,
Yeah.
for coming. It's been an interesting afternoon. Loved every bit of the conversation.
But what are you doing on Valentine's Day?
So follow me on SammyKay Media at SammyKay Media. When you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Okay.